There's a moment in every generation of luxury SUVs when one vehicle stops playing the game and starts rewriting the rules. The 2027 Acura MDX might be that moment. Or it might be the most expensive miscalculation in Acura's recent history. I've been sitting with this thing for a while now, turning it over in my mind, and I still can't fully decide. Which, if you know me, means something significant is happening here. Let me tell you why this vehicle is worth your time. Not because it's flashy. Not because it's cheap, but because of what it represents for everyone who still believes American roads deserve something better than warmed-over German prestige and Japanese timidity. Acura spent the better part of a decade wandering. The brand that once made enthusiasts genuinely excited. Back when the NSX was a legitimate threat to Ferrari's lunch money and the legends set the bar for what an attainable luxury sedan could be, had quietly become the guy at the party who talks about his glory days a little too loudly. The MDX was competent, comfortable, forgettable. The 2027 changes that conversation entirely. Stand in front of this MDX and give it 30 seconds before you say anything. That's my advice, because your first instinct might be to compare it to something, to find the reference point that helps your brain file it. Resist that. The front end uses Acura's evolved shield grille architecture, but calling it a grille at this point almost undersells what's happening. It's more like a statement of intent. Wide, confident, with a horizontal tension to it that reads aggressive without being theatrical. The LED signature lighting cuts across the face in a single precise line, and at night there's something almost predatory about the glow. I'll be honest, when I first saw this in photographs, I dismissed it as trying too hard. In person, it earns every centimeter. The proportions justify the boldness in a way that's rare in this segment. Move around to the side and you understand what the design team was actually building toward. The roofline holds its height longer than you'd expect before dropping cleanly toward the rear, which matters enormously for a vehicle targeting buyers who still need to exit gracefully after 60. The character line running from the front wheel arch to the tail doesn't scream for attention, it simply defines the form with quiet authority. There's a muscularity to the lower body that feels grounded rather than bloated. Compared to the previous generation, which always looked slightly anonymous from the curb, this MDX has what I'd call genuine road presence. The sense that it's not asking permission to exist in traffic. The rear is where things get genuinely interesting, and where I have a slight disagreement with the styling team. The horizontal taillights are clean, contemporary, and well executed. No argument there, but the lower fascia treatment feels like it belongs to a different, slightly younger vehicle. It's sportier in its visual language than the rest of the car suggests it wants to be. It creates a tonal inconsistency, as though two designers had a conversation that ended before they fully agreed. It's not a deal breaker, but for a vehicle aiming at buyers who've owned enough cars to notice these things, it's a detail that lingers. Open the door, and the first thing you notice isn't visual. It's the materials. There's a tactile solidity to the surfaces you touch first. The door pull, the armrest, the grab handle, that signals intent before your eyes have finished scanning the cabin. This is how luxury should communicate. Not through screens, not through ambient lighting gradients, but through the quiet confidence of things built to feel right. Now pay attention to this part, because it's where Acura made the decision that will either define or haunt them. The dashboard is anchored by a 14.4-inch touchscreen running a revised interface with genuine physical controls for climate below it. If you've spent any time fighting with a Tesla's all-screen approach on a cold morning with work gloves on, you understand immediately why this matters. Acura chose function alongside form. The digital driver display is crisp and configurable without overwhelming. Here's the thing. The integration feels considered rather than bolted on, which is increasingly rare in this category. The front seats carry over the ELS surround sound philosophy of environmental attunement, meaning the engineers thought about the acoustic relationship between seat position, headrest angle, and speaker placement. In practice, the standard 12-speaker ELS studio system delivers the kind of soundstage you feel as much as hear. The leather is supple without feeling fragile. Third-row access remains the MDX's practical ace. The second row slides and tilts in a single motion that doesn't require a yoga certification to operate. The powertrain story is layered, and it deserves patience. Layer 1. The standard MDX carries a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 producing 290 horsepower, paired to a 10-speed Automag. Competent, proven, reliable in a way that buyers in this demographic rightly value. Layer 2. The Type S variant advances a turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 to 355 horsepower, with Acura's super-handling all-wheel drive, a torque vectoring system that actually delivers what its name promises. Layer 3. This powertrain combination places the MDX Type S within striking distance of the BMW iX5 Drive 40i in raw performance terms, at a price point roughly $12,000 lower. The implication for the segment is hard to overstate. Acura is no longer asking to sit at the table. They brought their own chair. Here's what stays with me. There was a time when buying an Acura meant something specific. It meant you were smart enough to want genuine engineering without needing a badge that announced it loudly. The MDX of 2027 is a quiet argument that those values never actually disappeared. They were waiting for the right moment. If the question is whether Acura has rebuilt its case for serious consideration in the luxury SUV segment, the 2027 MDX makes that argument better than anything they produced in 20 years. Whether the segment listens is the question worth watching. Let me be honest with you about something that most automotive channels will never say out loud. The luxury SUV segment has been lying to you for years, not in a small way, in a massive industry-wide, coordinated kind of way where brands slap premium badges on vehicles that are fundamentally mediocre, charge you $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, and then spend the rest of their marketing budget convincing you that you made the right decision. And for a long time, it worked, because there was no real alternative. You either bought into the game, or you drove something that felt like a compromise. But that era is ending, and the 2027 Acura MDX is one of the clearest signals we have seen, yet that the old hierarchy is genuinely, structurally, and permanently under attack. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Acura, really? You have been down this road before. You remember when Acura was supposed to be Honda's serious luxury answer to BMW and Mercedes. You remember the early promise, the NSXs that made the world pay attention, the legends and vigors that actually competed at a high level. And then you watched, over the course of maybe 2 decades, as the brand seemed to lose its nerve. It got cautious. It got conservative. It chased volume instead of vision, and a lot of loyal buyers drifted away to German alternatives that, frankly, had their own identity problems. So when I tell you that the 2027 MDX represents something genuinely different, I need you to understand that I am not saying that as marketing language. I am saying it because the evidence, when you look at it honestly, points in a direction that should make everyone in Stuttgart, Munich, and Ingolstadt at least slightly uncomfortable. Let me give you some context first, because I think context matters enormously here. The people watching this channel, people like you, are not impulse buyers.